Hello there, I'm Nathan, and I'm just going to talk about Bible a little bit, and, you know, not that anyone asked, but I want to talk a little bit about what the Bible has to say about traditions of men. Uh, so first of all, traditions of men, you can find these things referred to all over the place in the Bible. First of all, in Matthew 15:22, the Pharisees go to Jesus and say, "Why do your disciples break the traditions of the elders?" So first of all, here we have just like a self-admission. There's a Bible verse that says that by your own lips you condemn yourself. So uh, right there, Matthew 15:22. Mark 7, verses 3 through 4, we have an identification by the author of Scripture of traditions of men. So in the previous example, there was a self-admission. So here, the author of Scripture is going to identify that traditions of men are things like holding to the traditions of elders, like literally saying that you do that. Some examples that he lays out are washing cups, washing vessels, washing tables, uh, always washing when returning from the market. There was a tradition that had been put in place called korban, which was devoted offerings that could have been used to help their parents. Instead, they would use them, they would justify their disobedience somehow. I'm no expert. Uh, so it also says that there were many other things that were traditions of men that they did. Um, just notably, none of those things that were just listed are instructed in God's law. In fact, God's law is in opposition to those things. In Mark 7, verse 7, Jesus tells these people that they're teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. He harkens back to Isaiah verse 29, where Isaiah 29 verse 13, where it says, "These people honoreth me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me." And Mark 7:9, Jesus is even more clear. He says, "Full well you reject the commandment of God, that you may keep your own tradition." Uh, like I said before, there's no mention in the Torah of washing before eating, especially not specifically the hands. So, like, this is such a specific edition. People were going around judging each other about it, and Jesus corrected that. The Torah is definitely concerned with cleanliness and stresses the importance of running water, like in Leviticus 15:13. There's proper waste disposal found in Deuteronomy 23:13. There's a cleansing involving the ashes of the red heifer that's found in Numbers chapter 19. And in Leviticus chapters 11 through 15, there are rules for all types of cleanliness, dealing with everything from what is okay to put into your body, what is okay to touch, uh, if you have infectious skin diseases, molds, blood on things, if something dies in a room. There's all sorts of super specific instructions so that we can avoid becoming unclean. But not one time does it say that you have to wash your hands before you eat. So I think that there are both spiritual and physical applications to the idea of cleanliness. Like in James chapter 4, verse 8, it says, "Draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded." I mean, right there, clearly there's a parallel drawn between physical cleanliness and spiritual cleanliness. And you see it again in Jude 23. "And others save with fear, pulling them out of the fire, hating even the garment spotted by the flesh." So I would just encourage everybody or anybody that watches this to just read the Bible, do what it says, and love one another. Peace and shalom.